Today we're creating a D&D house map with a little thieves guild twist. This house has stealthing motivations and is intended for the party to sneak around and steal a silver sword. Entirely unrelated, we'd also learn a bunch of new techniques while working on this map. As is common protocol, we'd kick off by picking a house on the town map the quest is located, then start drawing a blueprint for it. While doing this absolutely standard procedure, I discover a small technique that would change the way I place walls forever. Oopsie. Let's firstly delete that. Although I actually think it looks better. Maybe that's something we can go through. Yeah, that actually looks so much better with like the little pylon. It's like a little bit bigger in size, but it kind of looks like a pylon compared to where it's connecting there or connecting there. So I'm actually going to go through and I'm going to purposefully put those down at all the corners and see if that sort of makes the intersection look a little bit more natural or whatever. Once again, it seemed like an accident is going to actually have pretty nice consequences for the map as a whole. So let's go through. Cool. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that sort of style right there. We'd also do this placement on the interior walls. And I think maybe I can actually start adopting this sort of style. Yeah. Okay. I like this. Oh, it looks so much better. That looks so much better. All right, cool. Learning, evolving, improving, developing, and other such words that are positive. A little later on, I'd also recognize there was a nice connecting piece that makes the intersecting walls look super natural. They've got like connecting bits like this. So interesting. I have never really looked at these before, and I probably should be. But yeah, I like this. Oh, that works very, very well. Oh my God, I should definitely be using these. Jesus Christ. Well, you know, you live and you learn. You get better. I didn't use this everywhere on the map, but I certainly think going forth, this is a technique I'll start to use all the time. And it's funny, I only learnt it now. But sometimes that's how it goes. When placing the staircases, I wanted to consider how we could have a slight maze-like architecture. As I said, there's a staircase here, but then these two rooms actually don't connect. No door. And then we put like a ladder to the upstairs like here, and then this little ladder puts you here. I kind of like that. I would lean more into this and try to design the whole house with this mindset. We've got a blueprint for all of our rooms, great. And I feel good about it, but I have definitely tried to design the house in a way that's not the best actual design, right? Like putting a bedroom on the bottom floor down here that doesn't connect to the lounge room or the bathroom. I think that's poor design, but I think it's also sort of interesting design. And one of the things I want to do with this place to change up sort of the houses that we make is do purposefully sort of different things and things that might be irrational, and that irrationality can sort of bleed into the personality of this place. You know, we can see in that like basically we've got the bathroom, lounge room, dining room, kitchen. This is like one half of the house, and then there's this sort of second half of the house, which is this bedroom, study, secret storage area, and you know, you can't get from one to the other. They're inaccessible. So trying to make the house a little bit crazy is something I'm definitely doing here, and I think it'll lead into the sort of narrative purpose of coming to this house. Building off this, as we were furnishing the bedroom, I wanted to consider the personality of the owner. Who are they and how might they decorate their house? I haven't mentioned this yet, but the party, they need to steal a silver weapon from this place as part of a thieves guild quest because they need to go kill a werewolf. So I think we can have like, what's the type of people that would have like a bunch of weapons? And we can sort of design it with that in mind. So yeah, having this like pelt on the bed, I think makes a lot of sense. Going through most of the bedroom, we'd place many of the bedroom regulars who'd seen much playtime on other maps. You know, beds, dressers, things like that. Until I decided to do something a little fresh. I think this is kind of working. I like that it's a little bit hidden here behind a curtain, like it's been tucked away. Next, it was on to the bathroom, a room I have literally never made before. Pretty fun, pretty fancy. Pretty crazy, TBH. Pretty crazy. Now I don't even know if there's any like good bathroom stuff to put on the map. I just had someone point it out and I was like, you know what? I will try to make a bathroom. I don't even know if there's a toilet. Oh. Okay. Okay, look at us go. Look at us go. But the toilet was just the start of the adventure, because many of the items we wanted to place would need some ingenuity. What we're gonna do for this is we're gonna move the toilet. Get out of here. And we're gonna have this be indicated to be like Great. A drainage system of sorts. Yes. Okay, I think that's working. Yeah, that looks pretty good, to be honest, as a drain. And we've had our classic curtain design over here, but maybe it makes a reprise. All right, wow. Making a bathroom's a lot more exciting than I thought it would be. It's a rush. Oh my God. Who knew bathrooms were actually the most engaging thing to make? That's very exciting.
After the rush of this impromptu shower design, we'd add a second trait to this NPC.
We're gonna go kind of crazy with it. This person's gonna be one of those people that has like potted plants in their bathroom specifically. I don't do that. I'm not a maniac. I'm not an absolute psycho. But this person is. This person very much is.
As we carried on, we'd do something outright crazy, uploading the first of 2 custom stamps we'd add for this map. This one being, of course, a toilet roll.
Pretty good, pretty good. And there we have it. We have a toilet roll on our map. A little bit dumb, a little bit silly, but I mean, hey, I think it's good.
With the thrill ride of the bathroom over, we'd escalate the situation by placing some stairs.
And they're gonna go to the next floor. You know how stairs work. They take you up to the next floor, a classic sort of operation for stairs, really.
The journey of wacky design would also continue with the stamps themselves.
I'm gonna try put stuff on this map that I like never put on this map. Maybe, what's this play horse? Yeah, that's a weird thing to have on the map. I think that can go there.
As we continued placing items, I'd really click into the idea of having a whole slew of plants around.
I think maybe this could be like a fairly verdant place, because I don't usually do that. And I think that could be like a fun thing to lean on here. Yeah, I love that as like a pot plant. That's very cool.
This would be the characterization we'd go for when filling out the reference stamps and the related exterior, having a few pot plants and flower beds outside. Something we'd do similarly when creating the veranda out back, which I would put on the map mostly just to fill out all the black space which would have existed at the top of the map without it. On to the kitchen, and I kept the Looney Tunes design philosophy going.
Some of these are fucking crazy. Some of these are wild. The green, the red tiles. I don't think I've ever done red tiles. They just seem like a bit much for me. They're a bit too crazy for me. Oh, they're too crazy. What are they?
Although I wouldn't let it get too mad.
We might even do the blue here. That would be nuts, I think. I think that's actually going to be too fast, too furious. I'm probably going to get a cease and desist from Vin Diesel himself saying, "You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind attempting to do this." Yeah, it doesn't look good. Great. Okay, well, established that.
As far as kitchen design goes, I played the hits, placing a stove, pots, plates, food, barrels. Not too much to go into, honestly. Same thing goes with the dining room. They're not the most complexly or innovatively decorated rooms I've ever done. During this, I also placed some windows and was pretty deliberate in where I wanted to place them.
I think we can also have one over here, so maybe they can break into the study like that. So maybe, yeah, we can have one there and they can do the old classic, like, they can jump up into the roof somehow and get directly into this second floor rather than going through down here. Could be fun. Could be fun.
At this point, the map was going really well, but I hadn't been focusing on the actual questing point of this house.
The gambit of this map is very much that the party need to break in and steal a silver weapon. So what we want to do is I want to make sure that we have a ton of different weapons on this map, because breaking in and stealing the weapon is going to be easy, and hopefully your players won't metagame. But if you have the entire map available and they can see that there is like one weapon on the map, it makes it very easy for them to go to it directly and very specifically. So one of the things I want to do is have like 4 to 5 different weapons, and they have to like go to it specifically to investigate it and to see if that is the specific weapon.
With this in mind, I'd bound over to the secret study, which would follow in the footsteps of the rest of the floor, in that it wouldn't really have anything of note. It's just kind of a nice-ish study. Our final room, however, the attic, would be something new, different, and very cool.
So, secret storage room. I've made storage rooms before, and I think we want to make this a little bit different. And the thing that's jumping out to me is the training dummy. What I think we could do with this room specifically is that have it less as a storage room and more as like a training room, where we can have different weapons and we can have training dummies and we can have some hay on the ground, and we can have it as if like this person trains their weapons or makes weapons here as well. Maybe a combo of the two. And I think that will lean into the personality of this place where there's a lot of weapons around, but it'll also sort of be something a little bit different rather than just having a storage room, which is a pretty classic thing to put into a house.
I decided to split the room into 2 lanes with hay bales down the center and messed around placing some hay textures on the floor. The rest of the room would be filled out with a spread of weapons, but I wanted to have some arrows on the map, so we downloaded an arrow and uploaded our second custom stamp. To cap this off, we of course needed to add one last thing.
You know what? No. Obviously what we're going to add is we need to add one last plant for this area up here. They've proven themselves to be a bloody plant lover, and you know, this room up here is not going to be free from a plant. We're going to have a big old tree, a big old bush in the middle.
With this, we'd be done.
Overall, I feel awesome about this map, actually. I've really liked the way that we've like used a bunch of stamps we never have. So we've used these elven pot plants we've never had. We made a bathroom, something I've never done before, which is very cool. I used this rocking horse. I found out about this trinket box thing. Oh, and the training dummy room, of course, and the training dummy room. How can I forget? So we've actually done a bunch of different things that I never done, where it's like sort of bigger stuff, whether it's actual rooms or if it's smaller stuff like using specific stamps I've never used before. And I'm really happy with the way that it sort of like wiggles and winds a little bit, where it's like, you know, this section is separated from this section, and as like a fun little, the party have to break in and steal stuff from the map. I think it's going to be a good time. I think it's going to be a good time. It is also just a nice, simple house map if you ever need a good house map. So yeah, as I always say, 2 thumbs up. Feeling really good about this map.
And that's the video. If you enjoy plants and weapons, subscribe to the channel and give some of the other videos a cheeky geese. Catch a flight to the Patreon to support the channel and you'll get access to this map and about 200 others. Come to the Twitch to make content with us live. Thanks for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye.